everyone, this is Halloween Haunch here, and welcome back to another Halloween video. In this Halloween video, we are going to be unboxing the Spirit Halloween 2021 Headless Jack. Now, a bit of recap, I got this guy, the $400, and Henry Hustle at the Spirit Halloween flagship store on opening day, so I was there. And the reason why I haven't done videos on him yet is because I already know a lot of people have requested for his unboxing and Henry Hustle's. I've seen so many comments about it and so many DMs about it. It's not because I don't want to do it. It's simply because I had to ship it back to my place because I don't live in New Jersey. And so I had to actually ship this back to me. So I finally received it. And now let's finally do an unboxing on it. So we actually don't know what this guy is, really. I mean, we only heard about him and then we saw this and flagship. I saw him for about 10 seconds and then bought him. But basically, what I know is that he's a static Tekky prop, and his head is huge. He's got adjustable height. You can, choose from 7 to 9 feet, which is really cool because, depending on your height or area, you can choose with that. So I'm really excited to have this guy, to finally unbox him. I think he says a few phrases, so I'm not really sure what he says. Let's just look at his box first. I'll try to move it a little closer. It does say Headless Jack, and it says more about his phrases right there. Just saying that he has oversized pumpkin head with haunting phrases, lurking, posable arms, stands 7 feet, or can be extended to 9 feet. The side of the box, another stock photo of him. Kind of the same kind of description right there. It does say the same thing. The side of it, on this side, I believe there's more diagrams on it. Just more close-ups, I guess. That's the only stock photo of him. But yeah, just more of that. He looks really cool. And in the back of the box, it has a little story for him, which I can actually show real quick, up close. I know people like seeing that. So there's that little story. He is 27099, and his NM number is NM7823, and there's his item number right there. So now let's unbox him. I did see one open at the flagship store, like the box is open, so I got to see the top of his head, and I gotta tell you, it's huge. It's a huge head. I was really surprised to see that. So let's unbox it. I am really excited just because we don't really know much about this guy other than this photo. So yeah, I think I'm the only one who actually bought him at flagship. There's a couple there, but nobody else bought one. So I'm actually the only one to actually have him. So he looks really cool though. I can see some of his parts actually right here. Let's see. Box this part right here. All right, here it is. Wow, it's huge. I'm gonna make sure. Okay, his head is huge. Holy crap! It's very of a light plastic. Here's his face. Oh, it's stuck with his clothing. Wow, that looks really awesome in person, that face. It's a bit cheap plastic, a little bit cheap, not gonna lie. But it looks really cool. Take this off for the stem. Wow, I mean, I'm impressed by his face for sure. Looks really cool. I had to kind of bend it a little bit. It is kind of cheap, which is, not worth $280, but I'm glad I didn't spend that much on them. Alright, so now we got his entire body. It appears to be fabric, a fabric body. I gotta fix his body because it's a bit crooked right now. There it is. He's got really cool hands. I believe this lights up. Looks really cool. It's really long too. Very long actually. And here, let's see, we do have more pieces. We got the adapter right here. And we have more, there's a sandbag for him. More clothing, probably for the bottom of him. I don't know, actually, it might be for the top too. Another sandbag. Let's see if there's instructions. Headless jack. It's very small, actually. And we got the final part, which is the base part. I'm just gonna take this out. I gotta bring the whole thing out, but there it is. That's really cool. And yeah, that's basically all its parts right now. Alright, so this is the portion of the video where I'm actually gonna set up the prop. So here I got him out of the box, which we just saw, and I am now finally taking those twist ties out of the base and pulls because they're twist tied into the packaging still. Nothing too bad, but I gotta say, for the most part on this prop, Headless Jack, he's got a pretty simple setup, which is kind of surprising because I feel like a lot of big props have a lot of complicated setups. But it might just because because of the fact that he has mainly a fabric body, so it wasn't that much of pieces to come to him. But overall, not that bad. I feel like the Tekky instructions are for the most part clear. There is kind of one thing I talk about later in this video, but we'll talk about that later. But for the most part, pretty simple. I think it's not that bad at all. I do have to go outside to finish the setup because I am kind of setting him up at the full height in this video, not the 7-foot height. I'm doing the 9-foot height, so I have to go outside to kind of finish that. But for the most part, pretty simple. Tekky did a pretty good job, explaining what to do. And I feel like for the most part, it was pretty simplistic. I mean, it's pretty, simple to figure out which pole goes where. The only thing that can seem kind of confusing, I guess, is the Velcro for the head and the Velcro for the base. But even then, that's not even that bad at all. It's pretty easy to figure out how that works. It's pretty simple to figure that out. And overall, I don't show me extending the fabric for the body. I show that in the demo, but that fabric right there you can see here does extend all the way up to the body, which is pretty long. So overall here, there's not really much else to say about his setup. I do kind of pose his arms and connect the adapter to him. I tried to connect them here to full height, but it didn't work. So yeah, so now let's finally watch a demo of the Headless Jack from Spirit Halloween.
Beware of what lies ahead. You are walking amongst the dead.
Alright guys, so here we have it. Here is Headless Jack up close. I do have him not at full height in here because he cannot fit in here full height, or else he's going to hit the ceiling. So, if you guys didn't know, which I'm sure you guys do know, he is a posable 7 feet to 9 feet. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that earlier in the video. He does have that posable height. And the way you do that is you basically have to just remove a pole in his body. I kind of removed this pole, the F to E pole. And I think it says to do this pole right here, but it didn't really look that great. It was actually going backwards, so I didn't like it. I don't know if I just misread that and that's actually the right way I'm doing it, but I just did it my way. But there's a way to do that. And here's the instructions for you guys who are wondering. This is the back side of it, and here's the front. So that's pretty much Headless Jack right there. And here he is, kind of just in a full better look of him. We're gonna start with the bottom up. From the bottom, he does have these this kind of like creepy cloth fabric to kind of go over the base, because the base is very long. The base is mainly long because this guy has a really weird kind of stance. He kind of tilts this way, so his base needs to be really big. He does come with a few sandbags, so if he wants to weigh him down, I recommend that if he's outside, because he's definitely really big and it's gonna fall over. But yeah, his base is mainly made for that. His creepy cloth his body is mainly done of creepy cloth and fabric. It's got this green creepy cloth right here, which does look nice, and it does fit that kind of swampy look he has. And his overall body is really cool. Still, I mean, yes, it's just fabric, but it does capture that it kind of almost reminds me of like an alien pumpkin plant thing, I guess you could say. Like he's almost growing out of the ground, which is kind of cool. And there's his sound box, very good quality. It's very loud. It's got a speaker jack too. His hands are posable too. You can pose them however you want. I have him posed kind of like this right here. On the box, you can pose it, you know, different ways. I just done it like this because it looks kind of more intimidating like this. His chest piece sucks. I mean, I think it looks cool, but it's such cheap plastic. Mine's actually bent badly. As you can see, it's not supposed to be like this. This side's supposed to be more curved like this. But the bottom of it is like all smushed. I'm guessing because of shipping, maybe. When this item was being packed up, it did not get packaged up well. Even the sensor is kind of being poked in because I'm trying to fix that, but it's not really doing anything. So I don't know. I mean, that's kind of unfortunate for that. But his head is definitely the best part. His head looks awesome. It's kind of like a half pumpkin head. It's got a lot of good detail. Love the kind of creases and kind of you know, spots for the pumpkin itself. His eyes got these kind of plastic orange lids that glow. They look really nice. He got a big stem right there. The overall back view of him. Here's a side view of him on the on a stance on this kind of height. You can see right here. There he is at the kind of full height with his stance. You can see he leans a lot. So that is a pretty interesting feature on him. I think it looks cool though. The back of him, it just continues that look. The inside of his head actually does appear right here. He's got this kind of black fabric to kind of cover this up, this pole. It doesn't really do it the best. I think it needs another Velcro back here. But everything else here looks cool. He's got a couple lights in his head, which you guys have already seen. There's a demo of him that's coming in the better demo video of him where you can see the lights better, because I know in daytime you can't really see it. But I have a better demo of it where you can see it better in the dark. His fingers are posable too, so if you want to pose them, you can however you want, kind of pose like that. All right, so for Headless Jack's price tag, he is $270.99 or $280, and personally, I do think that's pretty overpriced. I mean, he is really cool, but he doesn't do anything, and he just has mostly a fabric body. I think they should have priced him around $200. I think that would have been okay, because he is pretty big still. But yeah, that price tag doesn't really justify, you know, $280. I paid $210 for him with the 25% off, so it's not that bad, but still, it's not that great of a price. I still recommend him. But if you're gonna be looking, you know, if you're gonna spend $280, I'd just pass on it. I gotta say, if you wanna get this guy, spend $210 on him or less, because he's not worth that much. Besides what I've paid for, I think, honestly. But he is still really cool. I've seen some mixed opinions on him. I think he definitely looks a lot better in person too. Fortunately, he's not set up in Spirit stores, so this is our kind of first time seeing it in video, and he's not been released yet on Spirit's website, so he is not officially out yet. But I did go ahead and buy him, and I am pretty happy with him. I think he is still really cool regardless of his price tag. I'm definitely excited to use him some, you know, in the future Halloween season, because he is definitely really awesome. And overall, that's pretty much it. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the overview of Headless Jack. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to Halloween Hunter Day for more Halloween videos, and I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.